We are sip the Henny for the day, baby.
Hello, beautiful people. Beauty Speaks back with another video. And as you can see, we are discussing a very sensitive topic. We're discussing suicide, suicidal thoughts, the symptoms to look for, as well as how you can receive help or where to get help from if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. So, as you can see on your screen, we have the beautiful Kate Spade, who passed 2 days ago, and she suffered from some depression, which resulted in her taking her own life. So, I want to send my condolences. I want to send my prayers, my thoughts to her family, especially her daughter, her husband, and everyone out there who was affected by this situation. So I felt that this is a very good opportunity to shed light upon suicide, something that is really swept under the rug in a lot of different communities, religions, cultures, etc. And I just felt the need to shed light upon it because there's someone out there who may be watching this, or someone who's experiencing some of these symptoms and they are feeling lonely and are on the verge of taking their own life. So we will go over some symptoms of having suicidal thoughts, and then afterwards we'll discuss some of the things that you can do in order to help yourself. And, even if you're not having suicidal thoughts, maybe you've had them in the past. So, suicidal symptoms to look for. Number one, talking about suicide. For example, making statements such as, I'm going to kill myself, I wish I were dead, or I wish I hadn't been born. Number two, getting the means to take your own life, such as buying a gun or stockpiling pills. Withdrawing from social contact and wanting to be left alone. That's a very important one to look for. A lot of people do have these symptoms, especially this one where they just want to be left alone. They don't want to be bothered. They're going to hiding for several days, several months. So be on the lookout for that. Having mood swings such as being emotionally high one day and deeply discouraged the next. Being preoccupied with death, dying, or violence. So people who are fascinated by these things. Feeling trapped or hopeless about a situation. Increasing use of alcohol or drugs, changing normal routine, including eating or sleeping patterns, doing risky or self-destructive things such as using drugs or driving recklessly. So this is important as well because people who do these types of things really, it's a cry out for help, or they're trying to, end something and do it in a way that will look like, something else is going on. Giving away belongings or getting affairs in order when there's no other logical explanation for doing so or doing this. It's very important. Saying goodbye to people as if they won't be seen again. Developing personality changes or being severely anxious or agitated. So these are some of the warning signs to look for, some of the symptoms of someone who is thinking about suicide, and symptoms of those who, even if you're not thinking about it anymore, or you feel like you're not thinking about suicide, if you're having any of those symptoms, you definitely want to seek help from someone and, finding a way to express yourself and get someone to talk to that you can discuss these things. Sometimes we'll be in denial and not really want to recognize it or label it as suicidal thoughts when in fact, the symptoms are there. So we're going to discuss some ways that we can seek help and, prevent it from happening ahead of time. Or, maybe even if you are not having these symptoms, you can help someone else who is. So, how to seek help. Reach out to a close friend or loved one, even though it may be hard to talk about your feelings. So, sometimes it is very hard, especially when you feel like the world is going to judge you or people will not accept what you have to say. So even though there are people who may not feel or understand that you are having an issue or they may be against suicide, there is someone out there who will be open to discussing this with you. Also, it says contact a minister, a spiritual leader, or someone in your faith community. So for those of you who are into, spiritual life or believe in God, etc., find someone within those means in that category, a pastor or a minister or, someone who, a life coach or someone who can guide you in the right direction. Something that's always available 24 hours out of the day, call a suicide hotline. Nowadays, everyone has a cell phone. You can just Google suicide hotline, and I'm pretty sure there's other hotlines in your area that will assist you. Go to your nearest hospital. So that brings me to the next one, make an appointment with your doctor, other healthcare provider, or mental health professional. So you could visit the doctor, visit the hospital. Don't worry about a bill. Don't worry about any of those sorts of things because your health and your mental health is way more important than a bill. Okay? So we want you here. We don't want you gone. We don't want you, taking your life thinking that, hey, a bill may be more important than me. No, it's not. There are people out here who care. There are people out here who want to see you win in life. So with that being said, I hope this video helps, everyone, and I hope you guys are able to learn something from this. And even if you are not the person having these issues, hopefully you'll be able to help someone else. And Kate Spade, again, sleep in paradise, beautiful. And again, my condolences to everyone who's affected by this, and prayers and thoughts to her family, her daughter. You never know what a person's going through, so it's not good to judge them. It's not good to really speak on the situation in a way that will, make the situation more negative than what it is. So just want to send my condolences. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button for some more inspirational videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you follow me on other social medias, Twitter and Instagram at Beauty Speaks, where I do post a lot of inspirational, writings by myself. I'm all about encouraging others to do better, feel better, especially when you have no one else to speak with. Again, I have an email if you are feeling this type of way or, you need any advice with anything else, beautyspeaks@gmail.com. So remember, be positive, and until next time,